There's a popular quote often attributed to Albert Einstein: insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, there's no real evidence he actually said that, but regardless of who said it, it's a very useful idea. Of course, in this context, insanity doesn't mean being clinically insane, right? It's more of a metaphor. And honestly, when I think about my own life, I realize, I've fallen into this trap many times. Now, here's a pattern. You have a goal or a destination in mind, and you keep doing the same thing to get there, but it doesn't work, right? You try again and again, hoping for a different outcome, right? But just hoping doesn't override reality. Beliefs don't change facts, right? If you've tried the same thing 5 times and failed every time, maybe it's time to face the truth. Your approach just isn't working, right? So don't lie to yourself. Don't say, well, maybe this time it will magically work for some reason. That's wishful thinking, right? That's what this quote is really warning us about. Not that we're literally insane, but that we're being irrational by repeating failed methods and expecting success, right? So let me give you a relatable example. Imagine a girl who gets cheated on by her boyfriend, right? They break up and she takes him back, and then he cheats again. Why would she think it'll be different next time, right? That's a kind of behavior this quote points to, right? As the saying goes, cheaters always cheat. If nothing has changed, nothing will change, right? So how do you avoid this trap? Track your results, right? Don't just rely on feelings or instincts. Use data, journal, right? Look for patterns. Ask yourself, what did I do wrong, right? What really happened? Is this actually working, right? And if the answer is no, again and again, then stop. Change your approach. Constantly ask yourself, is this getting me closer to my goal? Treat your actions like experiments, right? Try different methods. Track what works and what doesn't. And here's the flip side. If something does work, don't change it just for the sake of change, right? This is bad. If it works, great. Maybe you can tweak it a little bit to improve, but don't fix what's not broken, right? Be flexible. Be open to trying new things. Yes, it can feel uncomfortable at first, but that's part of learning. Growth happens when you're challenged, right? Not when you're comfortable. Think of it like, exercise, right? If there's no resistance, your body doesn't grow stronger, right? Same with your mind and your habits. So next time you find yourself stuck doing the same thing over and over, while hoping for a, new result, stop, take a step back, reflect, and ask yourself, what do I need to change, right? Because if you want different results, you need a different approach, okay? Thank you.